Hello, my name is Muhammad Afisha with last number 100.
Hello, my name is Nika Deangan Pratiwi with last student number 111.
My name is Farah Nadia Malaysi with last student number 115.
My name is Nadia Gracia Pasaribu with student number 118.
My name is Ratu Angelica with student number 124.
I'm going to explain about Joe Biden's background and career before becoming president. So now I'm going to talk about family and educational background. So Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. was born on 20th November 1942 in Scranton, Pennsylvania, into working class Irish Catholic family. The family later moved to Delaware in 1953. So the education, he graduated from the University of Delaware in 1965 with a double major in history and political science. He then earned a Juris Doctor or GD from Syracuse University Law School in 1968. So the family Biden married with Nelia Hunter in 1966 and they had three children, which is Bill, Hunter, and Naomi. Tragically, Nelia and Naomi were killed in a car accident in 1972. And in 1977, he married Jill Jacobs, an educator, and they have one daughter, which is Ashley. So now I'm going to talk about career before becoming president. So the early career. After law school, Biden briefly worked as an attorney, including time as a public defender. So the local politics, his political career began when he was elected to the Newcastle County Council in Delaware in 1970. And U.S. Senate in 1973 until 2009. In 1972, at the age of 29, he was elected to the U.S. Senate, becoming one of the youngest senators in U.S. history. He was re-elected 6 times, serving as Delaware's longest-serving senator for 36 years. As a senator, he held leading roles, including serving as chairman of both the Senate Judiciary Committee and the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. And the vice president from 2009 until 2017, after 2 unsuccessful presidential bids in 1988 and 2008, he was selected as Barack Obama's running mate and served 2 terms as the 47th Vice President of the United States.
Joe Biden was born in working class family that often struggled financially. So I think this experience made him aware of the challenges ordinary middle lower class families face. Okay, so because of this, Biden has constantly focused on middle class welfare, including pushing for the American Rescue Plan, increased child tax credits, and support for workers. His economic policies usually prioritized families like the one he grew up in. And then Biden's parents is a Catholic, Irish Catholic family, and they taught him dignity, empathy, and fairness. So these values show in his support for labor unions, raising the minimum wage, and expanding worker protections. He often frames economic issues as moral issues, rooted in dignity, reflecting his upbringing. And then Biden's struggle with a stutter was often bullied in his childhood. He overcame it through years of practice, especially reading poetry aloud, and this made him more empathetic towards people with disabilities or communication difficulties. It influenced his continued support for the Americans with Disabilities Act and inclusive educative policies. And then in 1972, unfortunately, Biden's wife and young daughter died in a car accident, and his sons were badly injured. This was a defining moment in his life. This tragedy strengthened his commitment to healthcare access, the Affordable Care Act, and family support programs. It also informed his focus on grief, mental health, and support system within government policy. And then Biden spent 36 years in the U.S. Senate, known for his willingness to compromise and work across party lines. This background explains his moderate political style and his push for bipartisan agreements such as the 2021 Infrastructure Investment and Job Acts, which passed with support from both parties. So Joe Biden's political beliefs and decisions are heavily shaped by his working class roots and his family's moral lessons, his personal challenges, his tragedy, and his long Senate career. This experience helped form a leader who prioritizes empathy, dignity, and practical problem solving.
Joe Biden is a member of the Democratic Party, one of the two major political parties in the United States. The Democratic Party generally promotes a center-left ideology, emphasizing a strong role for the federal government in addressing social and economic issues. Its core beliefs include expanding access to health care, supporting social welfare programs, protecting civil rights, and advocating for policies that address income inequality. The party also tends to support progressive taxation, aka tax the rich, environmental protection, and climate actions. On social issues, Democrats typically favor more liberal positions, supporting LGBTQ plus rights, reproductive rights, and multicultural inclusion. While individual Democrats vary on how progressive or moderate they are, the party overall focuses on balancing economic growth with social equity, aiming to create policies that offer broader opportunities and protections for all of its citizens.
Joe Biden, as a Democratic president, shapes his policies around the Democratic Party's core values, like expanding social welfare, strengthening the middle class, supporting workers, promoting racial and economic equity, and taking strong action on climate change. His domestic policies, like expanding healthcare access, funding clean energy, improving infrastructure, and supporting families through tax credits, are built on the idea that government should play an active role in helping people and reducing inequality. On the foreign policy side, Biden reflects democratic principles by rebuilding alliances, supporting international cooperation, standing with democratic nations, and addressing global issues such as climate change through multinational agreements. Overall, his approach centers on collaborations, inclusivity, and long-term investment in both people and the government.
So first Joe Biden, they have programs which is American Rescue Plan. Was a huge COVID-19 relief package that provide stimulus checks, expanded unemployment benefit, funded vaccine, and also they increased the child tax credit, and it helped million of families recover financially and reduce job poverty during the pandemic. And Biden also signed the Chip and Science Act, which invests in semiconductor manufacturing in America. It strengthens national security by reducing reliance on foreign chips, supplies, and support the creation of high-tech jobs.